Is back, and it is bigger than ever. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to our first look at the pre-release demo for TerraTech Worlds. And a big thanks to the developers for sending this one over early and also sponsoring today's video so we can get an early look at this awesome open world, I guess, survival crafting game. Of course, we're building drones and bases and automated factories in a world that is driven by profit and productivity and production and refining and much more. It's, of course, TerraTech, but reimagined. Yeah, I actually have played TerraTech before on the channel with many of my friends, and we've thoroughly enjoyed it, and now TerraTech Worlds takes the original game and kind of reimagines it with new technology and new art style and more. The developers not necessarily making a direct sequel, but kind of taking the things that they enjoyed from the first game, like TerraTech, and creating a game based on planets. In fact, as you start the game, you'll be able to see all sorts of different resources and whatnot at your disposal. Let's go ahead and try to take ourselves a look at a new game here. Yeah, you can see that planet there. Very, very nice. So if you want to get this one for yourself, by the way, this is free right now on Steam, free demo. You can, again, check down below in the description, add it to your wish list so you can play it either when it comes out or right now with the free demo. And, of course, the full game will be multiplayer so you can play with or against friends, I suppose, to compete for resources and whatnot on all these different planets. Now, right now, the game has a little tutorial world to show you, a little starting island and how to get started and how to build things and what to do. Everything from basic controls all the way up to really how to build, like, the ultimate base. And then here in the demo, we'll be starting on Nibiru, I guess, a planet that has, as you can see over in the lower left corner, woodland biome, swamp biome, and Arctic biome with different types of materials, so things like lithium and titanium, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of Astroneer, but in its own style, which is clearly, well, TerraTech. I mean, that's what it is. It's a gray one. It tells you a little description about it, and of course, in the upper right corner, you see the landmass and temperature and whatnot. So a little spicy, that one, I think, but certainly, yeah, between 17 and 103. Ooh. Oh, never mind. That's spicy on the low side. Maybe they're just talking about the top of the planet. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. Guys, if you want to see more of this game, make sure you smash subscribe and become a member today. Turn on that notification bell, hit the like button, and let me know if you've played TerraTech before and if you're looking forward to TerraTech Worlds, or if you're going to download the demo for TerraTech Worlds. I'd love to know. So let me know down below, and let's take our first look at this really fun crafting building game. Let's go. Prospectors are dispatched to the edge of known space in the final trials of the TerraTech modular expeditionary vehicle system. Prospectors must survive, explore, exploit, and expand to overcome the challenges of alien worlds and ultimately earn a profit. That's what it's all about, baby. All right, well, here we are. We got our little, our TerraTech. Now it's like a little drone. Oh, is that a lightning storm already behind us? Did you see that? Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, the game actually has some weather. I bet you we would actually get struck by lightning and whatnot. So anyway, as you would imagine, this is the type of game where we have to gather all sorts of different types of resources. Here, this material eventually could make aluminum for us, and then we could build a base and expand that and do a lot more. So we start as like this little rover here, and luckily if we get stuck, there's ways around that. We can like hit spacebar and it'll kind of give us a little nudge, like a little boost. Yeah, see? So, yeah, so we're going to go around and look for things like carbon, which would be any sort of the plant life here, and, other things like iron and copper and whatnot to make a base and expand it, upgrade it, and do much more. I like this. We've kind of got like a road here. Let's go ahead and build somewhere near the bee. Ooh, is that a sun or like a new planet maybe? Whoa, we're getting shot at. Whoa, we're taking fire, shot fired. Yeah, we can actually be attacked in this game, and we actually have to defend our base, and we can also put weapons on our little robo, too. Our first goal, then, is to place a tech yard, so let's go ahead and do that over here, maybe in the shade of these trees over here. Did we lose that guy? Like he gave up. Wait a minute, what is that? Looks like some pieces. Oh, is that cobalt? I'm not sure exactly what that was. We'll find out later. Anyway, let's go ahead and build a base here. Okay. And I'm down. Hazardous plants all around. Actually, you're going to be carbon, sir. Okay, or maybe not. He wants nothing to do with me. We'll face him a little bit later. Okay, let's go ahead and build a base then. If we press tab, we can actually put down some of the starting pieces we have. We have light ammo, two-way edge connectors. We got some ramps here, some debris, some other things that we can eventually make. And then, of course, on this right side, we have a whole set of vehicle buildings that we can make that our vehicle can interact with. So let's go ahead and start with the tech yard. We can plop that down anywhere. We can rotate it left and right. We can zoom out a little bit, move the camera, and we can build this thing for our vehicle to plop down on. So let's go ahead and plop that there, I think. And then we'll take that little ramp and snap that to it. And that's all there is to it. Pretty easy to start with. We can build a few more pieces, though. They want us to collect hematite, which eventually I think is used in making iron. It's a material for that. This should be more bauxite, so this is, of course, aluminum eventually when we refine that. So let's go find some other stuff. Let's go look around while we also avoid other hostile robots. Looks like it's a competitive world out there, baby. So the skybox is incredible. That weather that we saw at the start definitely is something that could affect us. So obviously clouds that go around, a very vibrant world, lots of different grass and trees. And what I'm really liking is, especially in the last couple of years, I've been seeing developers do an incredible job making all sorts of different types of grasses. And it sounds so insignificant, right? That there's just, you know, a couple of different colors and types of grass. But I mean, here we have clovers and we have like little flowers and leaves and stuff. So I don't know. It just looks really good, especially in any game where you're just going to be looking at the ground the whole time. That looks promising right there. Let's go for this, whatever that may be. There it is, hematite. So that's what we want. Any sort of dark rock that kind of looks a little rusty. That's what we're looking for. So we're going to go ahead and break that up and go ahead and collect it. Now, we can also customize our little robot as much as we want, too. So, you know, eventually we're just starting, or initially we're starting with just a little laser and a battery, and eventually we can get way more pieces and better pieces, upgrades, and change our robot for the better. Yeah, see, right now we're real weak. Like, we can barely fire our laser long enough to actually get some of this material. But it's probably a good idea to harvest it all, and that's, of course, something that we'll be doing a lot in this game. Look at that. Blue mushrooms everywhere. I'm absolutely impressed with the clouds. Really vibrant, thick, juicy. Like they look, they look like it could rain if they gather up enough and start turning dark. Like there's an actual weather system, and at least that's what it feels like to me. So yeah, imagine playing this with friends. Everybody making their own base and going around to explore and find different important parts in the world. Go ahead and take a look around over on this side. And there. Beautiful. So we'll have multiple planets to explore eventually when the game is fully released. It'll be releasing this year too, so the demo is just only the beginning. And then this is certainly the type of game to enjoy if you love simulators and or games that deal with like physics, you know, balancing your vehicle and whatnot. And of course is fully playable with the PvE going on against other players too. There we go. Oh, wow, this breaks up real nice. This is actually a little easier to break up than the iron. All right, I think that's good enough for now. Let's head back to base and see if we can create something known as die platforms. There's a lot of aluminum here. Wonder if there's actually a map that we can mark. Oh, we do get a little bit of a map, almost like a 3D map of our surroundings. And, of course, we have our halo up top, on top of our little vehicle, which kind of gives us a compass of where we're going. Oh, that's a lot of iron right there. Look at that. Ooh. There was like a little weak point for it. Did you see that? Oh, there we go. Yeah, we can cut along that. Keep breaking it down. Oh, so the big pieces are a little easier to gather from. We'll come back over here later. Nice that it's so close to the base. And pretty that we're so next to the water. I love it. Beachfront property. So pretty. Alright, let's head up this way. And ta-da! We made it. Alright, let's claim this base and let's start placing platforms. We want to make 5 of those. So we want to make this here, the die platform. We're making 5 of those in total. And as we're crafting, we could be placing. Let's go ahead and place maybe a couple more down like this. I think I'll actually make 6 of these. There we go. That's 6 in total. Perfect. New task. Craft a workbench. Alright, let's do just that. There's our workbench. Other options are weapons, tech snapshots. So these are like little blueprints that we can save. So if we modify this vehicle slightly or tremendously and or make a completely different vehicle, we can just load that from like a clipboard, essentially. Go ahead and plop that down then. We can do, again, whatever we want. We can even place this thing on the side if we want to. Something like that kind of looks cool. Very nice. All right, and now we need a carbon generator to be built. Where in the world is carbon generator? Go ahead and plop that down in just a moment. And she should be ready. Carbon generator would be good over here. That looks like it wants to be up top. That's okay. We can move things at any time. That's another great thing, too, is that once you play something, if you don't like it, you can just quickly move it, and it's done in seconds. All right, let's go ahead and fuel this up. So we need carbon now. Looks like we did not get any carbon yet, so we got to go out and find that. So any sort of, you know, plant life like that guy. Oh, boy. Lightning. See that? Again. There, we got him. Hostile plant life. Alright. Ooh, nature's paying us back for what we just did. Oh, wow, look at that lightning storm. Dude. That looks literally dangerous. Alright, let's fire up the power. And there we go. Now they want us to collect a little bit more carbon. Oh, boy. Let's grab this guy. Boy, that's a hard thing to cut up there. A little bit more, and he's done. Boom. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, so now we need to power the generator. Well, provide it with fuel, and that will provide us with power for the workbench. That is machine on. Or is it machine off currently? Restore power grid. There we go. We're working now. Alright, craft a supply fabricator at the workbench. Go back over to here. Supply fabricator. So we have a launch pad, a refinery, a fragmenter, block fabricator, supply fabricator, that's what we're looking for. AC carbon generator, we can build another one. There's wind generators, solar generators, and a power pylon, and then a bunch of other solar, or rather silos to be able to store things. Well, I think we better go for the supply thingy, and we'll make one of those. But it's out of resources. We better get it what it needs. Kind of hard to tell, though. Autofill. Oh, if we click autofill, it'll pull whatever we have in our inventory, whatever it needs. It might be requiring some copper there. Not exactly sure. Kind of hard to see from the little image of what's there, but we can only imagine that we're going to need every little thing that we can find in all the things that we build. A little bit of that. Get some more carbon, and we'll kind of go down the beach then. Well, you can't get close at all to these guys. Wow, look at that. Little attitude on that guy. Now we got some good range, though. More than I thought. There could be enemies over here. We got to be careful. There's more hematite, but we want copper. Oh, there's an enemy. Let's see what happens if we attack. Oh boy, he's shooting. They're gonna eventually let us make a gun. Oh, we got him. Wow, and his pieces blew off everywhere. He's still shooting. Pull over. Oh, he's damaged us pretty good. Alright, we gotta return to base too, so we can actually get into combat and lose some pieces, to which we lost our laser and our front right wheel. And I think it might be entirely possible to capture those pieces of theirs or something. There must be something to where we can eventually capture those. Ooh, we're gonna be able to get up this hill. There we go. And there we go, repaired. All nice. All nice and shiny again. Alright, we better not mess with these guys. So as they're hinting at in that list on the right side, we're also going to be able to make our own ammunition after we finish this supply of fabricators. So that'll be the next thing to worry about, is a little bit more combat. If you're wondering why we hadn't gotten into combat at the very start, that'd be why. It's still a little tough to do. That should be more hematite there, I think. Yeah. Oh, 2%. Well, we're certainly going to need a lot more of this. But we need more other stuff. Let's keep exploring. What is that? Is that the cobalt I thought I saw earlier? Chlorine. Debris. Oh, and lithium. I don't know if we're getting shot at or if he's shooting at someone else. Oh boy, there's more of these things everywhere. Let's see, more hematite. Rather, bauxite. Aluminum, basically. Ooh, that might be what we're looking for. Cuprite. Or cuprite? What did that give us? Copper. There it is. Boom. That's a good find. Actually, rather difficult to find that and spot it. Oh, there's more, I think. Lovely. I could do this all day looking for minerals like that and just mining them off the surface. Then, of course, eventually we can make a lot more vehicles that can do a lot more specialized, you know, like, for example, through our little clipboard, we can, you know, make a vehicle that's designed more for combat, one that's more for mining, perhaps particular mining of different minerals. Oh boy, I feel like we're about to be destroyed here. Ooh, that was a big deposit. Look at that. That is a huge deposit. Oh, and it broke our front wheel. It pulled us in and broke us. I want so much copper. Well, alright, we're kind of damaged. So let's head back to base. So we'll remember it's up here on this hill. Well, good luck driving this thing. Actually, can we mine that? Well, that's going to take forever. So hematite, the darker looking rock, orange rocks are bauxite, and the green ones are copper, and then this is lithium, I think. And chlorine? A little more carbon there. I like where our base is. Very picturesque with the beautiful cloud cover over there. Really making the planet feel like a large globe. Very cool. And hit spacebar and see if we can go up there. No. We'll have to go the long way around. Alright, back up to the base. There we go, nice upgrades, cool. And then let's do, we can throw a bunch of stuff in there now. So autofill whatever you need. Oh, it's just 2 carbon. Alright, well, our little journey there at least saved us some time and things that we'll be asked to make in the future. So new task, craft light ammo. Let's grab that out of storage. Let's connect that to next to the workbench, maybe. And we want to rotate that. And we can't directly put it next door. We'll put it here for now. And we're supposed to make 100 light ammo. That's heavy ammo. There's light ammo there. Ah, of course it's light because it's made of aluminum. Makes sense. That was 10, so we gotta make 20 more. Trying to set a total number. I guess we'll do this one at a time, maybe. I guess it'll just keep making that infinitely until all the materials in there are gone. They want us to make 100 of this. Just simple carbon and aluminum. I'm also assuming that this machine is making aluminum by making bauxite into aluminum. Because we don't have aluminum. We just have bauxite. Alright, a little bit more. And then we should be able to have a big old gun to go out there. Well, a small gun, but better than our laser, right? With 100 rounds. We need a little bit more carbon. Now I'm assuming that the gun will be better for taking out other robots, and the lasers will we really want for mining things. That's a big old tree. There we go. Good amount of copper from that. The game just looks really nice. I really enjoyed playing TerraTech before with friends, and now I'm excited to actually, you know, get a little bit more into this one and tell my friends about the demo to see what they think. I've got some friends who really put in a lot of long hours in order to make some very complicated vehicles, things that had like articulated trailers and grabbing arms and things like that that they imagined, and turned out really well. So I'd like to see what they do in this game and future versions of it, of course, after it's released. We're now tasked with building a refinery. 0E at the workbench. Refinery at 0E. Refinery 0E. There it is. Okay, so now we're going to refine materials. And let's put that there, maybe. Oh, it looks like it's a 2x3, maybe? Oh, I hear a storm coming through. Well, we could place it here on the edge. Getting kind of crowded. I'll make some more brown pieces a little bit later, but I just want to see all the things it has to offer. We have refined iron, copper, aluminum, silicon, gold, carbon, lithium, chlorine. Oh, look at all these other materials. Phosphorus, sodium, tantalum, nubium, strontium, tungsten, and titanium. Are some of these made up, or are these all realistic? They definitely sound like they could be realistic, that's for sure. Now they want us to craft the launch pad. Let's go ahead and see if we can do that. We're going to have to do that at the... I think that's actually at the workbench. So we want the launch pad, yeah. Oh, it looks like it needs some refined materials then. Okay, so now we got to start dumping those in. So let's see, how do we tell what it is? Because I can't really tell by looking here at what these are. So we have to hover over it. That's the only way. Okay, so it's going to be 10 iron, copper, and carbon. Iron, copper, and carbon. Is it 1-to-1? It does not seem to be a 1-to-1. Ooh, we're going to need a lot of stuff. Well, it might be good then for us to build maybe an extra battery. I don't know if we could do that for ourselves. Block catalog and tech cargo. We have additional things for building a base. And different parts for connecting that base. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of stuff, huh? Okay, so carbon and iron. Because we mined a lot of copper earlier. Looks like you can hit a plant or a rock in a weak spot and have a breakdown very easily. We gotta get this battery fixed up. Gonna make a battery for ourselves. There we go. Oh, look at what that takes to build. 5 refined aluminum, 2 copper, and 1 lithium. So it's gonna take a little while for us to do that. Oh. Looks like we've also used too much power. But I would argue that we probably need more resources to make power anyway. In other words, another power plant. Alright, let's cut this thing up. Good breakdown. Alright, here's more aluminum in its basis or basic form. Easy. Now, what I like about this game too is that it's not giving it to us easy. We're going to have to take quite some time in order to gather enough materials to get the basics done. This is the type of game where everything's manual at the start, but I could see some automation here eventually. Or putting stuff into storage. And then having it pull from that storage. And there's just enemy vehicles all around. Attitude, sir. Man. We'd also put a gun on our vehicle too. And that's why we made that ammo. We are taking shots, but well, he's not even that far away. And he can't land shots. Imagine us. This guy's got aimbot. And yet he can't hit us. He's mad. Stay mad. Okay. Keep moving. It's getting foggy out now. Great weather effects, really. This is one of the more alive worlds that I've seen in any game. Honestly, like mist and fog. I hope to see rain shortly. Lightning storms off in the distance. I'm sure if we get caught in one of those storms, we'll see it. Now we gotta remember where our base was. There's a marker up that way. Oh. Headlights coming on. Getting late. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of iron. Can't wait to go back to base. We're actually gonna make a much more interesting vehicle. This is definitely the type of game where it feels like 33.33% of the time you're going to be exploring and then building and then upgrading too. Like you'll go back to do things. So equal parts breaking down all your materials, refining them, and building a base as you also are exploring. Looking around for more materials. There's that mountain again. And I think our base is over here, this marker. This area did look familiar. There's some more bauxite. Copper so far seems to have been the rarest of materials, though we did find quite a bit, so I'm glad that we mined as much as we could. And look at that, wow. Hell of a planet right there. Okay, let's see if we can craft that launch pad. We want more refined iron. Ah, we need power though. Okay. So we're making refined iron. Up to about 10. Okay. Then let's make refined copper up to 10. Uh-oh. Giant storm. We're getting lucky. The storms are close, but they're not passing, like, right overhead. Oh boy. Never mind. There was a lightning strike right over there. Am I in danger? Okay, what was the last thing? Aluminum? But bauxite. I guess we already got the basics. Wow, let's enjoy that storm while we wait. So obviously, in order to upgrade our vehicle, that's going to take away from our base. Holy crap, this is a hell of a storm. So yeah, to upgrade the base, that'll be less materials to upgrade the vehicle. So I certainly want to upgrade the vehicle, but I want to keep doing whatever the tutorial tells us to do. Especially because I think it'll be the most optimized way to unlock new tech. Okay, so now we need to make that launch pad. There we go. Get out of there, you. We need that one. Oh, it's carbon. Carbon refined. My bad. Which is in our power plant. Can we split the stack? Shift. Oh, I see. Oh, that's cool. You use the scroll wheel. Very nice. We'll leave 10 in there. That's what we want. We got to make 10 of this as well. Don't know if we'll have enough. Alright, our base definitely needs to be bigger. We definitely need to upgrade the base. Man, it's like chopping down broccoli. I think we got most of the copper. I mean the carbon. And then we just need a little bit more. Oh, we need more than that. Okay. So, endless supply simulator. Although breaking down large pieces of wood like that, as it says, you know, it's a tree, barely provides any sort of carbon. Can't see that little thingy there. All right, let's break it down. Beautiful. Love the day-night cycle. Love the sound effects. Love the fact that we have to start small and that things are a little slow, because this allows you to appreciate all the automation that will eventually come through when you're kind of building a larger base where you're producing a lot more stuff and things go by a lot faster. Although, of course, there's always the scaling. Okay, we'll make 10 of these and then we'll switch over the remaining material to the generator. Good. And then this guy in the back, finally, for this thing. I did it. Alright, let's make ourselves some more flat pieces too. We need these. Okay, 3 more should do. Ooh, there's a big O piece. There we go. Yeah, we're getting more and better stuff. Good. Looks good. Collect and launch resources. Oh, we're sending them into space, hence the whole profits thing. Right, okay. Oh my god, oh boy. Yeah, good thing good thing we upgraded that. Payload, well, let's send off some debris. How about that? You want some good old debris? Enjoy. Oh, requirements. They won't let me scam them. Alright, so they want 100 iron. We're gonna mine that out. And 100 aluminum, which kind of has to be broken down and refined. Anything else after that is kind of a bonus. Right, so let's make some cool stuff for our block catalog, right? That's what we want to do to build our a better vehicle for ourselves. We could add a second laser. Well, that's only going to cost us a little bit. That stuff out of storage. We could add extra wheels and things like that. Some of these are going to be a little expensive. An extra battery seems like a day one must, though. Let's go ahead and go with 2 copper. Cool. And then we needed, oh, we can claim rewards. Oh. Money. That's what we're claiming. Okay, so we get money for completing some of our goals. Nice. And then we want like one of these bad boys. Resource laser. Where do we craft that at? Tech yard options, rewards. Lockopedia. So this is more like a kind of just how to look up things. Build a basic base. Apparently we're done with all this stuff. Craft light ammo, craft the thingy, and then the launch pad. Okay, so we're done with the basic. Now we're on to an advanced base. Craft a block fabricator at the workbench. Block fabricator. I think we'll need more, yeah, we need more refined copper. Okay, so the block fabricator might be something to eventually make blocks that we can put on our vehicle. This is certainly a little bit of a grind, and again, I appreciate that because I think in many of the great factory builders that I played, this seems to be both equal parts factory builder and equal parts like drone or vehicle builder. And I think those games shine because they don't let you necessarily get everything done right at the start, and a lot of things are semi-autonomous, like you usually have to do mining. Oh, there's some copper right there. How convenient. You usually have to do some mining by hand, and then eventually everything becomes auto, and it's nice. Although I would say, I think the first thing we would do here is try to upgrade our battery, because that's the biggest thing holding us back, is not being able to full fire the laser the whole time. Zoom in a little bit. Brother, yeah. Wow. I can't believe it, by the way. TerraTech, over 1 million people play that game. I can't even imagine a million people, well, hell, 100,000 people making playing a game that I made. And I would imagine also people sharing their blueprints and stuff in the Steam Workshop, or somebody else seeing an idea of a vehicle, like a dump truck or some sort of a, I don't know, a really clever war drone, and then, you know, somebody copying that and using it, being like, wow, this works, this is great. That's really cool. Yep, so we have ourselves an Open world sandbox game, fun, creativity, huge range of customization as you've seen, although not so much on the vehicle building just yet. But you can see all those little white X's that are on the vehicle. Just like on our base, those are snap points. So obviously every little piece like that is attachable. So we could add more wheels, we could make our vehicle a little longer or a little wider to make it more stable, which, you know, of course on some of these bumpy hills and stuff would be a little better to get over rocks and stuff, unless we get high centered, which we'll have to kind of think about. Of course, we can take damage in the field. You know, you see like us taking damage as we bump into things like that. And then when we turn green, that means we're healing or being repaired after that too. Doing all that good stuff. It'll take a little bit. Just a little bit. And of course we can have multiple bases too. So cool. Alright, let's do that block fabricator finally. Okay, so in order to make that block fabricator, we need 3 more refined copper. Yep, this is definitely the type of game I would like to live stream, and I have before and played with friends and thoroughly enjoyed being able to just constantly make vehicles and then upgrade them and find out like a better way to build. It's typically pretty satisfying to be able to like kind of come up with ideas and share them. And co-op, I think, is where this solo is just fine. I could play this all day long too. But with friends, then suddenly you get somebody asking, "Wait, how did you do that? Like, how do you know you constantly ping ideas off of each other, and just basic knowledge like, oh hey, how'd you do that? Like, oh, you got to press this button. Oh, okay, cool. You know, good stuff. Let's go with the block fabricator. I bet this is going to be big, like the launch pad. Oh boy. It looked... Oh, it didn't look too bad. My base is all cluttered. Power grid. Uh-oh, we're using too much power. Well, we could turn off some things. Like, for example, this we could put into storage for now. Or just throw it over to the side. Let's see, what can we make here? Ah, finally, the block fabricator. So we can make extended storage. There's where we can make our small battery. We just need 1 lithium from that. Finally, and then our battery problems will be solved. I need to find 1 more lithium out there. Somewhere down by the beach. Oh, there we go. That was convenient. Hopefully that gives us what we need. It did not. Now, based on what we saw at the very beginning with the different types of... I know, I really need a gun, don't I? Based on the different types of planets, I think we're going to also see different resources that might not be available here at all. Is that more... That's more chlorine, but... Lithium I thought I was getting from there too. But maybe not. Okay. Well, we can always put that one on hold and build something else. Maybe a gun. At this rate. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Boy, even with this small robot, it's so easy to get stuck. Also, the driving is strange because we can turn 360 degrees. That's something I gotta remember too, is that if we get stuck, we can, yeah, just do that. Nice. It's a good little handy feature. Medium battery. Ooh. We can even go with more than that. Scout cab. There's our weapon that we can finally make. Let's see if we can make that there. 3 iron and 1 copper to make that. And we have quite a bit of copper. Don't know about iron anymore. Oh yeah, there we go. So let's make iron, refined iron. Power grid is tripped again. Why? I don't know if it's working or not. We'll need to do another power plant, and maybe a bigger one. But that's what this game is all about. Just as you'd imagine. More on the base building this time, too. I don't really remember so much base building, but I like it. Managing power, storage, a little bit of refining, and then, of course, crafting, all in kind of a little bit of a survival feel. Although we're a robot, but, you know, having a battery and worrying about ammunition is a little bit, it's halfway there to a survival game. But really, maybe the deadliest thing out there is those big old storms. So, anyway, that was cool. Time we have for our lovely first look at TerraTech Worlds. I think this is certainly one I want to come on back with some friends and bring them along for a multiplayer journey upon the full release sometime later this year. Again, check down below in the description to get this one for yourself today in their demo, and add it to your wish list, so that way when it comes out, you'll be notified, and if it ever goes on sale, and most games have like a little bit of an introductory price where it's a little lower than usual for the first week or so. You never know. Always add them to your wish list, including this, TerraTech Worlds. All right. Well, thanks, guys, for checking out the pre-release demo. Thanks to the devs again for sponsoring a little bit of a peek at what this has to offer, but more FYI of, hey, this game's got a free demo. You should totally give it a try. All right. I'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.